Hey there, Ranger Nation. It's Nate, and welcome to season 14 of the Webcast with Attitude LR4. And this is episode 231, Too Professional. There's a reason for that title, guys. As you just saw at the beginning of this episode, we have a new beginning thumbnail. Beginning video. That's going to be at every beginning of our episode. So that was created by Bill Garber. And I want to say thank you for that, Bill. It's awesome. And give some good use to it. So like I said, guys, we've got plenty of topics to discuss. But before we do all that, let me introduce you to my more phenomenal co-host. We got Rick.
Hi.
We got Ryan.
Hey.
So yeah, guys, we're back for season 14. And this is, like I said, episode 231. It's pretty good. So
it feels like we weren't gone at all.
Yeah. I mean, we take the rest of the
month. Opera?
Yeah, and what I do is, I make sure to start it like later in the month because that way at least we have something to talk about in the following season. Usually back then when we did LR4, I would wait until we would have the premiere of the season of Power Rangers, and due to the fact is that's not the case because we don't have any new show of Power Rangers. We still have a bunch of those episodes to discuss for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition. So, and then we got Super Sentai, which we're doing. And also, now we got this new topic called, that's dedicated to Project Red. So, yeah, got some stuff to talk about that. But before we do all that, Rick, how you been?
Exhausted. Actually ended up getting Grandpa up to a bowling alley on Friday. And let's just say I did not win. We played 2 games and he beat me both times.
You're like, Grandpa, you cheated.
Probably.
Yeah. Ryan, how about you, man? How you been?
Not too bad.
That's good. But, yeah.
I really do actually suck at bowling, so he legitimately did it.
Also, yeah. I know it's really late in the month, guys, but Happy New Year to everybody. 2026. Cannot believe it.
2026 is already canceled. We're going to 2027.
Yeah, right.
The year's already ruined itself.
Yeah. But you know what? Let's see how we do this year. And, we will be getting some more and more news as it comes along for the Disney Plus Power Rangers reboot.
Yeah,
but we won't be discussing
here that it's going to Disney of all places.
Yep. And also under control from 20th Century Studios. 3 different. That's just freaking hilarious.
Well, 20th Century, being the former Fox, Disney, the second owner. It's like, geez, LP. Now all they have to do is bring Haim Saban back as a producer for the new series, and you have a trifecta of history.
Yep. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think guy's basically
they did bring back the Russo brothers for Marvel, so.
But you got to look at whatchamacallit, Saban. He's like freaking how old now?
Yeah, but still.
I think he's retired. I mean, I think he gave.
I believe that they still bring back George Lucas as consultant for some of the Star Wars stuff. Not as much anymore, but.
Oh yeah.
It's always possible.
Yeah.
Well, until someone passes away, but Even then, an AI version of them.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into our first topic. We are going to enter the Super Sentai Zone. And guys, in this, we always discuss, certain merchandise coming up, and also, hold on, sorry. And let's see. Why isn't it showing up? Really? Technical difficulties. Gotta love it. Let's see. All right, there we go. So, like I said, for this topic, we always talk about, new merchandise coming from Super Sentai, and then we give our thoughts on Sentai movies and also the series itself. Some, new stuff, and like I said, other new stuff to come. So, but we're going to start with the first bit in this topic segment. Do it. Here we go. Boom Boonger versus King Oger. Now, this movie came out, I think last year sometime. Does anybody remember when this came out?
Yeah, it was short. I believe that came out May 1st, based on the poster. Or it may have been.
The movie came, yeah, and then they released it on Blu-ray and DVD in October of 2029. October of
2025.
2025.
October 29th, 2025.
Yeah. The 20. Yeah, sorry.
2029, 3 years from now.
The future.
Stop time traveling.
So I'm going to start with Ryan. I'm going to go from the bottom, work our way up. Ryan, did you check this out?
Yeah.
And what did you think of it? Go ahead.
I really liked it. I mean, yeah, I liked it. Plus, it had my favorite Sentai team in it.
King Oger or Boom Boonger?
King Oger.
Yeah. Yeah. So what would you rate it?
I'd give it a 10.
Okay. That's awesome. Rick, what about you, man?
So, I don't know if anyone noticed, but when they were on King Oger's planet and they were trying to get the communication system up and working, one of the guys in a brown outfit looked like it was the actor for Goju Eagle. Same haircut and everything. So I'm pretty sure it's the same guy, just playing a background character. Because he wasn't playing his part of Goju Eagle because, well, he barely had, I don't even think he had any lines. I think he was just there.
Right.
But yeah, which, interesting enough. But no, it was definitely great. I did enjoy it. As always, it's a movie. They could have done more.
What would you give it?
There's a few parts where I would have expanded and had a little more fun with.
Okay.
Especially in the battle sequence and everything.
So what would you give it? What would you rate it?
I'd give it a 10.
Okay.
Even though I can still find areas that could be improved upon. Just like with any movie, you're going to end up with stuff on the cutting room floor. So I really hope that one day we get some deleted scenes. I doubt it.
Right. Now, with this movie, I've noticed also that, they have that gold sword for King Oger.
It literally is King Oger Zero Saber.
And they don't really, I don't know if they really explain what happened to his brother. I don't think they really.
But I would say, based on the ending of the series, he's still in prison.
Yeah, that's a big possibility. But I'm going off these guys right here. Great movie. I always love when they do crossovers, when they do team ups with previous Sentai. Even though they call it versus, which is kind of funny because sometimes there are times where they do fight the other team because they sometimes they don't agree with each other. But as in Power Rangers, sometimes they don't do that. But they've done that with Dino Thunder and Ninja Storm. I remember that because the Ninja Storm Rangers were turned evil, but or the Wind Rangers, sorry, the Wind Rangers were turned evil. And so I want to give it a 10. It was really good. It was really well done, and I really enjoyed it. Now, another movie that came out last summer, which was Goju's Resurrection of Tegasword. And so, yeah, let me go ahead and go back down to Ryan. Ryan, what did you think of this?
I thought this was very entertaining to me, especially with the ending. It definitely felt like a finale to a series in 7 episodes. But like knowing that, I guess, is it supposed to be canon to the series?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we actually had that previously on segment before the one episode where Goju Tirano ended up actually losing.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so what do you think? I mean, what would you like to rate this episode?
I'd give it 10 as well.
Okay. Now, Rick, what about you? What do you think of the not episode? Sorry. What do you think of the movie? And what would you rate it?
That's the thing. If we hadn't already seen like the follow-up episodes, especially the one right after this supposedly took place, I would actually give this a 10. However, because we've already seen the follow-up episode, it leaves questions because Goju Tirano's reactions afterwards don't necessarily, in my opinion, deserve to be as extreme as they are. I get that, he's essentially, what's the best way to put it? Like a religious individual, highly religious individual towards Tegasword. So
he's basically a follower.
That, but knowing that he's fine, he shouldn't have had as much of a traumatic issue as he did, especially since he essentially got to fulfill his wish in a way and become one of Tegasword's heroes, by saving him. So I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Okay.
Because yes, I get it, PTSD, I get it, but still, I think they overdid it afterwards, and that's the writers.
Well, yeah, but they want to have a reason to actually interpret that into that episode. So.
Oh no, I get that. That's why I'm still giving it a 9.5.
Okay. So with this summer movie, I thought it was really good. This is kind of like Forever Red times 100 or 1,000.
Oh yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. Every single person,
even
was
the villains.
given. Yep. Even the henchmen, the villains.
All right, this one time.
So I thought it was very interesting that they did that, and then that tornado they did. That was freaking awesome. And I do like how
was that every single person on the planet in that tornado?
I don't know, but I do like the look of Tegasword origin. That looked awesome. The red and the just it was really well done. They did a great job with it. I'm gonna give it a 10. Another great one. So
Was this? Sorry to cut you off. Was this like?
no good.
Did this take place after Candle or what the hell's his name? After the Orca Booster?
I think so.
Yes.
I believe. Yeah, I believe so.
Because
Yeah.
I mean,
This was
it
before.
It
Yeah.
takes
really
place
but
before the Ryu take a sword,
Mhm.
I believe.
okay.
But
Yeah.
after the Orca Blaster.
I
And
do.
also,
I mean, it's not really a big thing, but like how Sword gave everybody a red power. They gave Candlestick the Samurai Red costume again.
Yes.
well, I mean, if you could tell, if you could look at it, a lot of people.
Magi Red.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what's very funny though, a lot of them were using repeats of each ring. So, like I said,
Yes.
I liked it. It was good. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our episode rates for Goes User, and we're gonna be rating and giving our thoughts on episode 37, Friendships Cross. Lord, can't pronounce that. Is a what's that say? Is that word?
Fashionista.
pedestrian.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and start here.
Shumaid is a fashionista.
So
That's it.
episode 37. It was really funny because his robe was when he won the first battle. He was the first. He was the first Goju Wolf, and he was and that was and then he loses his jacket, and it goes to Ribbon, this new villain that showed up, which was Bouquet's little sister. And it was a fun episode. It was a really fun episode. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a 10. I liked it. Rick, what about you? Just give a short, brief thought and give your rate.
Trying to remember. Is this the?
This is the one where he loses his robe.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so it is the premiere episode of Banquet.
Banquet? Don't you mean Ribbon?
Yeah, Ribbon. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Banquet. I thought it was Bouquet. Yeah, Banquet. Anyway, yeah, go on.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it was all right. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay. Ryan?
And I thought it was pretty funny. Like the him losing his robe makes him like I wouldn't say spiral, but he gets all twisted as they called it. Like without it, he's not. Once he loses his confidence or something, but he's just kind of
he's
like,
not cool.
yeah. So they made him his new robe and everything, and then Bouquet retrieves it back from Ribbon and says, "Consider our debt even."
Yeah.
I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, 10, 9, and 9. Like I said, that was a fun episode. So next episode we're going to be giving our short, brief thought on and rate is episode 38, Judgment Ring Hunter. Now this is the backstory. Tells the backstory of Goju Wolf's brother that becomes Garudo, the Ring Hunter, and this also has somebody that inhabits the Deca Deckerlanger ring.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody from their past in the what was it? The No One World, and it was really interesting because it shows that he did not get forced into choosing becoming Gerudo. He chose that. He put it on himself. So I like that they did explain the backstory for that. It was really, really well done. For episode 38, I'm giving it a 10. Rick, short
So,
description.
this was originally a larger episode. As people know, they fired.
Yes, we're gonna get Rick. We're gonna get into that in the
So
next
this was
episode.
actually supposed to be a two-parter,
Okay.
and it actually had more moving parts.
Okay.
But for what they did in terms of trying to keep the show going while trying to figure out a response, they did an all right job. I'm going to give this actually probably the lowest rating I've given, an 8.
Okay.
Just because of the fact that so much of the story was ripped out.
Yeah. So Rick, I was going to bring that up a little bit later.
Yeah. Well, it involves this episode and the next episode, which were supposed to be the two parts.
Right. And, I was hoping that's why I said, I was going to save that until we got into that episode.
Yeah, but this is the first episode where that actually occurred.
Well, I get that, but I was going to anyway.
Yeah.
So you gave it an 8. Ryan, go right ahead, give your little short description and then your rate.
I thought it was good with the backstory. Kind of brothers having to work together to get out of their situation, to find out that he's still kind of like, screw all you guys. And yeah, and then left and then threatened Ribbon, like, if you ever do that again, I will kill you. And I'll give it a 9.
Okay. So 10, 8, 9. Not bad. And then we've got episode 39. Now, this episode was a clip show, but as Rick was saying before, we decided to actually get into this, this does actually have the episode that was supposed to originally air as the 38th episode. The 38th episode was originally supposed to be the story of Goju Unicorn. Was going to be a focus on her. And unfortunately, stuff happened and, she was let go from her agency, all that stuff. We're not going to get into too much detail on that because everybody's been talking about it. Everybody's been seeing it. So we're not going to get into too much detail. But with this episode, this is where the guy, one of the producers from Toei, shows up and he asks, Tohu, I think his name is Tohu.
Yeah.
Tahu, about everything he knows about the Gojujers. So, yeah, it's a clip show, and then they get to the part where Goju Unicorn gets the power-up of Tegasword Goju Unicorn.
Yeah.
And so, it was a good way of doing that. I know that a lot of people, were disappointed that the actress got let go. Stuff happens. You just nothing you really can do about it. But I'm gonna give this episode a 10. It was really good, really well done. Rick, short and sweet, and also
the reason I know it was supposed to be a two-parter is because the opening of the previous episode and the ending of this episode were actually in the preview.
Yeah.
That was originally supposed to air.
Right.
So I don't feel. I know that they rushed the clip show part. They did an all right job with it. They brought up some good story angles. I'm going to give it an 8.
Okay. Ryan?
It was an all right episode. I give it an 8.5.
All right, so 8.5, 8, and a 10. All right, so the last bit of the rating, episode 40. Terrifying Ribbon laughs in the haunted house. So this episode was very interesting. I'm going to give it a little bit of information about it. As you know, they did recast the actress for Goju Unicorn, and it was the same actress that played in Dawn Brothers as Oni's sister, the yellow Dawn brother. And then the way they did it is where she used something from Tegasword, so that way she could, go undercover, but to go to find out, it was permanent.
Tegasword was sick, and therefore couldn't undo it.
He didn't undo it either way, so it didn't really matter. But what I'm trying to get at is this kind of has that Beetleborgs feel to it. Because the actress that played Joe, if you guys remember Beetleborgs, Big Bad Beetleborgs, one of the many different shows of Saban when Power Rangers became the start of Power Rangers popularity, and then VR Troops, all that stuff. The actress that played Joe left like the second half of season 1 of season 1 Big Bad Beetleborgs, and they recast her. I think it's because she wanted to go do more.
I believe it was cast for Spirited Beginning.
Yeah, because she was cast for that, and due to the fact of her filming schedule, they couldn't do it. She wasn't able to do the show, and then she decided to move on just to do movies instead of doing TV. Which I think that movie, Casper: A Spirited Beginning, was also under Saban as well. I think so. I believe he had something in that, but I guess they only gave him the option. Well, if you want to do this, then you can't do the show, unfortunately. So with that, this episode was good because Banquet finds out her love interest, as we say, her idol, is actually Goju Leon. And he's responsible for Ribbon's demise, her little sister. So this episode was really great. Puts a little darkness in the next episode we'll be discussing in our next episode of LR4. I'm giving it a 10. And this was basically a Halloween-ish episode. So yeah, I'm giving it a 10. Rick, short and sweet, go.
Yeah, it was good. It was definitely the best episode to introduce the new actress. I mean, Haunted House, Oni's sister, which is like a demonic figure in Japanese folklore type deal. Oni. So it definitely makes sense to introduce her in this episode. So yeah, I'll give it a 9.
Okay. Ryan?
I thought it was a pretty entertaining episode as well. I'll give it a 9 as well.
Okay. So Ryan gave it a 9, Rick gave it a 9, I gave it a 10. So there you go. But yeah, guys, this series has been really, really good. So yep, we're going to continue on with our topic for the Super Sentai Zone. Next up, we're going to be discussing another SMP Shogoken
project.
I think it's Shogoken modeling project, which is it's basically a mini plot.
Yes, this is a premium version.
This is the Quantosaurus Rex, or Q-Rex as we know it in Time Force. But they released the other mechas from Time Ranger. Yeah. And this is the V Red. Did I put V Red?
V Rex Robo.
I put V Red on there under. I gotta fix that. Let me fix that real quick. V Rex Robo. Thank you. I put I mean, it is red, but still. So yeah, this actually it does have the functionality of when it changes. I think they showed a sample, an example of how it changes. Now this is
it doesn't have the electronic stuff, so it's not like an auto transform.
I don't know. I thought it did. I thought I saw something about it, or maybe it had just ratchets or something you do. I don't know. But anyway,
certain little plastic gears that can move inside. The top part is a little bit bulky.
All right. So anyway, what was I going to say? I don't want to lose my train of thought here. This is still available for pre-order. You can add it to your cart right now at tokullectibles.com. The release, the scheduled release is May, and it's coming from Japan. And full payment is $200, and payment plan is $50. So, guys, if you want to get if you guys want to jump on this right now, I would not hesitate to get this because, if you were a big Time Force fan, if you were a big Time Ranger fan, this is something perfect for your collection. Now I'm going to go to Ryan and Rick for this. Let me start with Rick. Rick, have you tried it? Have you ever thought about getting anything from the Time Ranger series, or are you?
Well, I have the Time Robo and the Shadow.
Time Shadow. Yep.
Time Shadow pre-ordered. I've been going back and forth on this one, and the main reason is the $200 price tag.
Mm-hmm.
It is getting up there in price. So
yeah,
I might end up having to pass on it due to price unless I can come up.
Well, let's put it this way: once PMC happens, and Tokullectibles will more likely be there.
Yeah, which means I'll probably end up with it.
Yeah. So, Ryan, what about you, man?
Just made a payment plan on it.
So you already have the Time Jet. I mean, the Time Robo Mecha, and then you have the Time Shadow, and now you have this on a payment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured. These things are awesome. I mean, for people that really don't get the deluxe Zords and everything, or mechas, this is a good replacement, for that in your collection. I think this is really cool. I like it. And yeah, guys, if you want to get it, the links, every thing we discuss, direct links in the description below of this episode. So definitely click on there, order it. Don't miss out on your chance. So next up, we've got this thing right here. This is another caliber weapon.
Yep.
But we are not going to discuss it. We're not going to bring up what this entails. You'll have to wait until the next episode for LR4, for episode 232. This will make perfect sense once you see what this is all about. It's another variant in a way, but it does
it is in the show.
It does end up in the show, which I thought was very funny of how they did it. You'll find out once we discuss it. It's hilarious. Now, for this next part of the Super Sentai Zone, I figured we'd show this video so Super Sentai did this contest to draw the best original Red Sentai warrior. And I thought this was an awesome opportunity for fans to do that. So I wanted to share.
I got rejected.
Let's see. I want to share this.
I mean, they don't necessarily approve stick figures, but still. That's the extent of my art.
So here we go. Guys, say hello to Origa Red.
真っ赤な太陽を燃えてる限り必ず眩しい朝が来る。夢と希望の明日を願う。オリジナル戦隊オリガレット。ルカ君、僕を描いてくれてありがとう。君のおかげで僕が生まれたよ。
That is so freaking awesome. Ryan, if you could have entered that contest, dude.
Been a drawing out of years, so, but.
Yeah. But, oh, dude, that came from a kid. And they made it into that. With this being the last Sentai season until when they go on their hiatus, now, we will be discussing this character in episode 233 because it will revolve around that topic of this episode. I would have loved this as a Sentai season. After watching both these episodes, episodes 44 and episodes 45, I've got to say, I would have actually liked to see a Origa Ranger series. That would have been awesome to see. Love the sword.
We've definitely got more folding Zords.
Oh my god, that would have been freaking awesome. Some fan came up with an AI, and I know a lot of people frown on AI and everything, but certain times with AI, it is very, very interesting of what they could come up with. I would have loved to see this as a series. But Rick, what about you, man? Would you have loved to see this as a series?
You know, I could definitely see it having potential. And I will say I saw the AI stuff too. And in all honesty, yes, it definitely would have had some really good potential. Like, if they announced this as the next Super Sentai series, say a year from now, after the whole Project Drag Gavin thing takes off, I could see this having some popularity, especially because of the origami, which, you know, is a thing in Japan.
It's a very popular.
It's popular, but it's definitely
it's really well known in Japan. You know,
yes.
Origami comes from Japan and everything, and it's like, I gotta say though, I agree with you. I honestly, Toei, come back to this. All I can say is come back to this. This would be such an awesome thing.
The fact that they took the time to actually make the suit says that, to me, that there is potential that even in, let's say, Gavin, he might show up. There might be a potential for it. It depends on if Toei actually has the rights to this or only was permitted to use it because of the contest, and the rights still reside with Kid, who hopefully got paid a nice sum. I
got to tell you, though, I think that this would be an awesome thing to do. I mean, you know, the Kid would definitely deserve a lot of credit for coming up with this one character, and then they, you know, branch out and do more of these other colors like that people came up with themselves. I think this would be awesome. Ryan, what do you think, man?
Colored the red part in crayon based on the way the shading and everything is.
Yeah.
It looks like there may have been some colored pencil, like in the back wing part.
Right.
And the eyes.
Right. Ryan, what do you think? Would you have loved to see? Would you love to see this as a Sentai series?
Yeah. Be cool.
I just think it's awesome. The changer looks cool too, and I think, you know, I don't know. I gotta tell you, if this was a thing, I would be so down for it. If
now,
this was
my only question with the changer: would the team have to fold pieces of paper into their origami every time they want to do more?
I
don't know. I have no idea, but either way, I do like.
So they're not going to survive a battle.
I don't know. it's I do think though it's a cool, like I said, that's a cool concept of
Oh
what
yes.
they came up with, and it was an awesome thing that they were able to have this done for that kid and the contest they did. So so now let's see. As you guys know, we're not even done with Gojuger yet, so we still are we only have like how many more episodes left of that? Like, because I think they're only doing 9 or 50. I can't remember.
It's 49 total.
49 total. All right.
Mm.
Well, because February 8th is when it's the last episode.
Yeah.
So
and episode
that was episode 46. No. Yes.
Yeah, 46 was today. I'm trying to get my calendar to come up. You said the 9th is the finale?
The 8th. The 8th is supposed to be
the finale, so that's 3 more weeks. So yeah, 49.
So before, okay. So yeah, but like as you guys know, with the end of a Sentai season, they always have a team up or versus crossover movie. So with that said, here's a look at the poster for it. Go here. Give me 1 sec. For Go Juger versus Boom Boomger. And I got to say, I love the new power up, the exclusive power up he has for the movie. So yeah, let's take a look at the little announcement trailer. We don't have an actual.
Reminds me of Kara Major's Power Vest thing.
A lot of people were saying that, but let's go ahead and look at the announcement trailer. They don't really have. I mean, I think they're still in the process of filming it. So, yeah. But here's a look at the date and everything. So here we go. Okay, like it said, the Blu-ray and DVD comes out July of 2026, and it says, I think, July 29th of this year that it comes out. Yeah. So it is available for pre-order on Tokullectibles. And so the Blu-ray is for full payment, $125. And if you want to do a deposit, $65. And the DVD is $115. And if you want to do a deposit, $55, it's up to you. Like I said, it's going to be released in July of this year. That's the estimate schedule release. And as always, with the Blu-ray and DVD, they come with a special type of version of that power-up, which is basically kind of like the wild power-up ring, just a different color. This is called, I think it's called Saint Goju Wolf. And then also you'll get a red version of the Boom Boomger ring, also 3 mystery rings. So, yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool. I do like this.
Saint Goju Wolf ring.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, that's right. Saint Goju Wolf Sentai ring. So like I said, guys, go to the direct link in the description below. Pre-order this. Don't miss out. I mean, we love watching these versus movies. It's cool that they do this for Super Sentai. It's just really awesome. Rick, are you looking forward to seeing this?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
Same.
Yeah, and when they come out with the trailer, we will show that in another episode. They haven't came out with the official trailer yet because I think they're in the process of filming it. So they gave us a promotional poster and all that stuff. So it's still because it's going to be coming out in March. So my guess is we'll probably see a trailer maybe late February. So just keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, they're definitely filming because they had to actually refilm.
Right.
Because they were filming this for the last few months already, and recent events caused them to have to actually refilm certain parts.
Yep, we know this. We all know the recent events.
Yes.
So, but with that said, guys, now it's time to move on to our new topic, which is for Project Red. Now, for the last month, like for last year, they've been discussing about this whole new franchise for rebranding things for Toei, and it's been quite an interesting development for what they're planning. So they did do another a second teaser, or no, was that a third teaser? Second, I think they did a second teaser.
Second or third.
Which was on Christmas Day, but it aired early because for us it was Christmas Eve. But Christmas Day they did air a.
Well, for us it was actually Christmas. We would have been after, so it wouldn't have been Christmas Eve because they're 14 hours ahead of us.
Right, but they was posted. Some people were posting it on Christmas Eve, so they got. I don't know how they got access to it, but. Anyway, let's take a look at this teaser of showing off Gavin Infinity. Let's go here, and here. Okay, that was awesome. So here's a little teaser poster, which features Gavin Infinity right there, and then another one featuring Gavin Bushido, and another one featuring Gavin Luminous. Now, there was an event that happened yesterday, or today, their time, for the cast announcement for Gavin. So let's take a look at that announcement. I can't wait for you guys to see this. This was awesome. Let's see. Studios. Here it is.
ムタク
So, Gavin Infinity will be played by I can't pronounce that name. God, what's his name? How do you pronounce it?
Right.
Yep, this will be the actor that's be playing him. And here are some of the allies he will have. Now, he is part of, these, the Gavins, the space sheriffs are made up of 3 factions from different universes. Let me look at that. Give me 1 sec. So, for his world, give me 1 sec. But they're all under the Galaxy Federal Police. But they also have 3 different factions. Earth Branch, which Infinity, Gavin Infinity is part of. And here's some of his allies. Right there. And then right there. And then that dude right there. I'm not going to butcher anybody's name, so. And now we've got Gabu Bushido, which will be played by that actor right there. You guys will have to look up on our LR4 page to read the names of the characters and actors and everything to get more of an idea of who's playing who. And that part of the GFP is the Peacekeeping Corp. And you've got, and his ally is right there. That's part of that. And then we've got, I think this is the first time in a long time since they did this with Metal Heroes. They didn't do this with any other Gavins. A female Gavin, which is Gavin Luminous. And this is who that is right here. Let me show you. And she is part of the Forrain Division. I don't know how to pronounce that, but her ally and assistant is this individual. And we are also going to have a robotic assistant right there, voiced by this actor. And then we've got, as you can see right here, we've got their main transformation, their main henshin device, which is called the. Let me go there real quick. 1 sec. Come on. No, I didn't even do that.
I'm not sure what it's called, but I know it does other things. It's all it does other things.
Oh, there it is. So the Gabarin trigger is the one in the top left corner, and the ship that's on the bottom is called the Cosmos Gavinron, which turns into a mecha. But this guy will be doing the voices, the voiceover for the transformations and all that stuff. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then we got we got these little batteries called Memorins. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but each represents each individual Gavin. This one represents anger. This one represents sadness. This one represents happy. She will be doing the voices for that. And then also you've got another ally of the Galaxy Federal Police. That will be, I think that's like the head, the commander. So, yep. And then she will be doing the theme song for the show. It's called. Let me read it. The show, like Super Space Sheriff Gavin Infinity, and it's by the theme song is titled. Once we get to it, let's see where it goes. "Love is the Strongest" by Mayan. I think that's her stage name. Mayan or something. Mayan. She will be doing the theme song for the show. And then we also have some information on suit actors for Gavin Infinity, Gavin Bushido, Gavin Luminous, and the robotic assistant, and then the mecha form. So, yeah. And Rick has brought this up outside of our beginning of our episode, that this is basically what the mini plot is going to look like when you get it. And yes. I've got to say, I mean, this is the first time I think I've ever seen them do an actual mecha for Metal Heroes, because most of them have done like, just vehicles and everything, kind of like with Beetleborgs.
They did. The one that did a lot of the crossovers had that dragon ship.
Yeah, Beast Morphers with Captain Chaku from.
Yes, but
Gavin
his version
of like the
Super Sentai had that dragon ship.
Yeah, so it's called they called it the Reptilian Beast. So
yes.
That was pretty interesting. I do think that's awesome how they interpret that. But
last year in Metallics.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to let's see. I love it. Hasbro. If Hasbro rebooted VR Troopers with this, yeah, that would be pretty cool. I like that idea. Ryan, I'm gonna go to you. What do you think of this? That's coming from Project Red.
It's something different. I mean, I'm trying to think. I've always been with Power Rangers growing up, getting into the Sentai in my later years, and then the occasional Kamen Rider. So this will be new for me. But I mean, it looks cool.
Yep. And if you remember, VR Troopers did come from Metal Heroes. So
yes,
this is the affinity of VR Troopers, kind of. Rick, what about you, man? Are you looking forward to doing episode rates for this, and then discuss upcoming figures, toys, and all that stuff?
Yeah. Well, the designs are looking good. It's given me a Boom Boonger feel based on what we've seen so far and what I've seen in images of a certain toy that just recently got announced. I don't think we have it in today's episode, but it is for pre-release. But the way it looks like these other Zords, I'm just going to call them Zords, vehicles, attach to the main Robo, gives me a Boom Boonger feel.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the one that just got images just got released today, I believe, and it's now up for pre-order on Tokullectibles, which I know we don't have in today's episode.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, once we get to that,
I was telling you about this just before the show, but showed it connected in two different spots with two different vehicles, so it is a very Boom Boonger feel in terms of mecha-wise.
Right. Let me look that up.
But as you get a robot that works with them, it's their ship.
Yeah, and
or transformation device, kind of like in X.
Yeah, and then also kind of like the batteries from Kyuryuger. So they have not released any. Yeah, I'm not seeing any images on Tokullectibles yet.
Search Mini-Pla.
Mini-Pla? Oh, wait, there it is.
Yep.
That's I see
it. That comes out in March. Whereas the two model kits come out February and April.
Okay. Wow. So actually, yeah, I do love the look of the mecha. I know, I mean, it's a basic look to it.
Mhm.
I get that, but it's going to be very interesting to see this in the show. I
Well,
mean,
I mean, you had Boom Boonger that had a single mecha that had attachments, and now you have uh, number one Sentai Gojuger, where it's a main robot with attachments. So they're
yeah,
continuing the one main robot, multiple modes with attachments.
right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But like I said, I am looking forward to seeing this show.
Oh,
Can't wait till
yeah.
it comes out. It looks really good. So, guys, if you were able to watch it, it comes out February 15th. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. And I can't wait to discuss this. This is going to be this is going to be a fun show to watch. This will be the first time we go from, doing Super Sentai, Power Rangers, and now we're going into Project Red. So I look forward to seeing what's coming of this. And I do like where they're going with it. So, but now we are going to move on to Rick's Boom Prime Time. Now, guys, this is just going to be a short one because he's going to give a little details on what's to come, just what we've seen. So, Rick,
Which one's first? Okay.
there's no variance for this one.
Yes, I know. All right. So, we don't even have an artwork for this yet. This is the Comics Giveaway Day, formerly known as Free Comic Book Day. Some publishers are still calling it Free Comic Book Day. Some are calling it Giveaway Day. This is because of the whole bankruptcy with Diamond Distributors, which actually had all the rights to that. So this here is issue 0 for Power Rangers. Brand new era of Power Rangers starts right here. This special number 0 issue brings back your favorite Rangers from every corner of the Morphin grid in 3 brand new stories for Comics Giveaway Day. First, the original Mighty Morphin team have moved on and grown up. What happens when Billy calls them back to the command center for the first time in years? And where's Tommy? In the second, a darkness has spread through the universe, and it's up to Power Rangers from across space and time to join forces in fantasy matchups you've only imagined. So something tells me Time Force is going to play a part in this, and they might include Hyperforce. As people know, I'm not a fan of it. I know Nate is.
Yep, I'm on the last episode of that. So,
yes. And then, and finally, we'll see a favorite Ranger in a whole new light, trying to survive as the last Ranger on Earth. Don't miss this pivotal entry in the annals of Power Rangers lore that is a perfect jumping on point for newcomers and lapsed fans alike. Now, this does have a new writing team. Melissa Flores is not part of the writing team. Neither is Ryan Parrott. You got Margreta Bennett, Paul Allure, Kenny Porter, Joey Espeto. I butchered a few of these names probably. Andrew Griffith and Alicio Zeno. And yes, I probably butchered that one too, and I apologize.
it happens.
But
So-
as of right now, it does, according to what I have here on the Comic Geeks app, it does actually show the 5 Mighty Morphin Rangers. It doesn't show any others, so we don't have speculation. It's all we have for what the other Rangers are going to be.
Right.
Like I said, the second one kind of sounds like a possible Time Force, maybe in space, in galaxy type of coming together. But
So now, me and Rick were talking about this. Guys, Rick, if you want to go ahead and mention, but if you don't mind if I mention this a little bit and you can jump in. There have been rumors about, Power Rangers Prime ending at issue 16. And the rumors are true. Melissa Flores did confirm that will be the last issue of Power Rangers Prime. But, she is also stepping down as a writer for Power Rangers. Maybe someday she'll come back. That'd be awesome, but and then we've got our last issue for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, issue 5, which comes out later in March. So we'll be discussing all that in our next episode. But Rick, if you want to go ahead and say something real quick about it.
yes. So yeah, Power Rangers Prime is ending with issue 16. Based on the way the story's been going, I don't think it was a planned ending. Otherwise, I think they would have actually ended with 12. Because 12 actually had a decent end point. We'll see what 16 does, because at least they went into writing it knowing it was the end. Whether the ending here is due to Melissa stepping down, if it's due to the Disney Plus series that we're supposed to be getting here soon, we don't know 100% the reason. I will say I was skeptical over Prime in the beginning. However, I have actually enjoyed the story. It is definitely an interesting take on it, and I actually am sad to see it go. But at least we know this isn't the end of the Power Rangers comics line with Big Studios. So we know there's a multiverse of Power Rangers. It's possible that the Prime Rangers show up again in the future in a crossover comic.
Yeah, and I agree with Rick. Guys, whenever somebody's telling you like, oh, Boom Studios cancels Power Rangers, like, you got to wait until we get an announcement on upcoming stuff, because with the reboot happening, there's always something that people are speculating because, Hasbro wanted to shut this down because they're doing the reboot. It's like, I think that would have been a really weird decision to do that, considering this still makes them money.
Well, that and Hasbro did shut them down when they were making their series of Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury and all that.
Exactly.
I think Power Rangers Prime might have been an experiment to see if they could do something different.
Right.
Utilizing a similar design to the original without being the original.
Yeah, and we, like I said, with this reboot, we don't know if it's a rehash of Mighty Morphin or if it's going to be, a redone of Mighty Morphin. There's so much going on right now. We'll be discussing that a little bit more in episode 232. But it's like, this goes to show that if Hasbro is willing to let these writers come up with an original look and using 2 Rangers from past seasons like Lauren, Orion, and then you've got Rita a new
Yeah.
version of Rita in there.
Well,
And then
I
you've got
wouldn't necessarily say good, but not
New.
necessarily evil.
Well, not
Like-
like a new version, like I said, new version of Rita that we've never
New.
seen. But it's just the fact that, they're trying to, like he said, they're testing the waters of, like, basically kind of what Rick just said, testing the waters of how people would react to an original story, an original design, little based on Mighty Morphin, but a little bit different. So,
Yeah.
it goes to show you that they're trying to do. I mean, that's kind of like how they did with. I mean, even before Hasbro step in, when Saban agreed to do Power Rangers Hyperforce, coming up with a sequel for that. So it's just showing you guys that what could basically step out of adapting Super Sentai. I never disliked what they did with Power Rangers. They took footage from a Japanese series and adapted it into America. I just think, this gives an opportunity for new fans, new generation, and us old generation to see what they can come up with. But yeah. So Rick, what would you like to say before we move on to the next topic?
Before I do that, when it comes to the upcoming reboot, if Hasbro truly wants to do its own thing and make its own stuff, I think rehashing Mighty Morphin and a redo would be a horrible decision. With that said, support your local comic book shops, support your local small businesses, support your communities.
Yeah, but so Ryan, what would you like to say about what's to come for Boom Studios? I mean, we're not done talking about Power to Prime yet, but what would you like to put out there?
Let's just say there's hope in the future that they make more, or I don't know. Yeah, hopefully do new teams or something.
Right. So now, guys, we are going to discuss Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition, and this episode rate is going to be what is this episode? I don't put titles on these episodes on the picture because it's a lot of editing to do. Just adding just a title to it. This is episode. Let's see. I think this is episode 8. I Guy. In this episode, Billy helps this one kid enter a science fair with this virtual roller coaster thing, and it kind of goes a little bit out of hand because Bulk and Skull come in, cause trouble, blah blah blah, and the kid gets disqualified because of all this, and but then we meet Eye Guy, the monster made up of all eyes, and I think that was one of many of the first Lightning Collection monster of the day or week. I think the day or something, whatever. Eye Guy, and this episode was really nostalgic. Again, give it a 10, for Mighty Morphin, and I do enjoy that. Rehashing, seeing old episodes, and yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10. Ryan, what about you?
I didn't get around to watching this version of the episode, but I guess from nostalgia purposes, I'd probably give like a 9. And as for Eye Guy, probably one of the most difficult bosses in Rita's Rewind that I had to deal with playing that game. Such a pain.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I really need to start playing that game. I mean, I played it with Ryan when I was over there, and
I played it in a while.
That game is such a pain. It's even with having 2 players. It's like, dude, you gotta, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's really challenging. Even if you do like easy or something like that, it's still a challenging game.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, what do you think of this episode for nostalgia purposes?
Eye Guy is an all right episode. Yeah, it's all right.
I was never a big fan of the episode, which is weird considering I like the virtual tech that from it. So I'm gonna give it a 7.
It was before VR became a big thing.
I know.
Oh god.
But think about it though. The concept that they have is very close to the headsets people use now.
I've got to tell you, those VR headsets I played over at my brother-in-law's, and my sister and her husband. And oh, dude, I'm never doing it again. It makes you feel you get very motion sickness because you don't know what the hell's going on. Your brain is just, I couldn't do it. I was like, oh my god, dude, I'm gonna lose it. So I just couldn't.
I will give them credit. They had the design.
Yeah. Ryan, have you ever played VR before?
I can't say I really have. The only thing that comes to mind with the VR headset, and I don't even think it's a good comparison, there used to be an arcade game where it came down over your head and it was just on a swivel, so you just pretty much were spinning around and pulling the trigger buttons because you were like
Right.
a defense system. You're just shooting airplanes and tanks and stuff with rockets and stuff. It's
Basically, like at Dave and Buster's where they do the Star Wars thing, where you stand
yeah,
and all that stuff.
that's-
Okay, yeah.
That's the closest I've ever probably played with VR.
Yeah, I remember that video game system. And it was mostly like a red tint to everything.
Yeah.
There was some color to it. Like it was, I'm trying to think. Like it was a yellow dome that was attached to the arcade system itself, and the triggers were on the side, so it looked like a periscope kind of thing.
Oh, I think I know.
Like you could
switch
switch between a cannon and you could switch between like two like giant machine guns.
Yeah.
But like
But
it wasn't.
Either way, it's
that's the closest I've had to like VR.
Dude, I just people that love to do that kind of stuff, and if you have really bad motion sickness or something like that in your brain, just beware. That's all I gotta say. So with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reignition topic, guys, we've got a look at one of the second waves of villains in the toy line. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. Give me one sec. And we've been wanting this for quite a while. Unfortunately, we didn't get it as a Lightning Collection figure. We did get this figure a long time ago when it was a 12-inch figure when they started the Mighty Morphin toy line in Bandai. So let's go ahead and show that. Find it. Here it is.
What a pleasant surprise!
So that is right, guys. Babu can be added to your collection. I think it's awesome that they actually decided to do Babu as one of the space aliens, and I'm glad they've actually decided to not release it until now instead of just releasing it like all together. I can't wait.
I need SWAT now.
Yep, and I know that Squat is going to be coming soon as well. So guys, keep an eye out for that. But yeah, when I was at Target one time, I was like, okay, is he here? Is he here? Is Babu here? No luck, but it's gonna be awesome. And hopefully we get more information. I mean, we've seen some stuff. The guy that played the suit actor as Babu in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, he went to, I think, Playmates or something. I don't know if there was some sort of event they were at. They did give us a little sneak peek at what's to come of the next part of the toy line. That includes the White Ranger Automorphin figure, Rocky, Adam, and Aisha Automorphin figure. So we more likely will get a Dragon Zord. We probably will. So, but the question is, does that mean we're going to get a Thunder Zord? Or a Saba? Who knows? I mean, Toy Fair comes up later this year. I don't know when, but we'll be discussing that once we get more information on it. So, yeah. Rick, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't bought any of the figures or anything. I don't even have a Zord. So, I mean, it's good that they're doing it. Just haven't had the ability.
Okay, so we got this message from someone watching our show right now. So watching our webcast, they said, "Hold on, do you know if the second wave of toy line has a gold morpher because the green power coin does not look right in the silver morpher?" That's a good question. Unfortunately, I don't believe that's going to be a thing because the Dragon Dagger comes with the gold power morpher. No, the gold power, the dragon
Green
coin.
Ranger Power coin.
Yes. So unfortunately,
We might if they give us a White Ranger coin, but even then, it'll probably come with Saba or.
I mean, when we find out something, when we see stuff from Playmates, we'll talk about it on here. That's all we can tell you. We don't really, have any inside information. We do an LR4 group chat, and these guys are the, mostly point out this stuff and then post in there, and we
If we see it on Facebook, we report it.
Yeah, so we try to make sure to give as much information as we can find on certain things within Power Rangers, Super Sentai, all that fun stuff. So now, next up, speaking of Power Rangers, if you guys recognize this YouTube channel called Ninja Kids, as you know, they were originally supposed to do a fourth, I think it's supposed to be like the fourth season or something like that for Ninja Kids Power Rangers. Later that year, we did, later in December or something like that, Legacy of Nerd got information on from the dad of the Ninja Kids and the owner of that YouTube, and he was also behind the scenes of working on Ninja Kids Power Rangers. So here's that information right here. I'm going to read this off. Give me one sec. This is in regards to our episode called Too Professional. All right. So this is the Legacy of Nerds exclusive statement from Shane Myler, creator of the Ninja Kids. We are doing everything in our power to release episodes 10, 13 of Power Rangers Ninja Kids, and we have been wanting to share why we haven't, but this is all we can share for now. We submitted a teaser draft to Hasbro and Playmates on September 24th and a draft of episode 1 on September 26th. Both Playmates and Hasbro initially reacted with excitement and shared that we exceeded expectations. We were anxiously waiting additional feedback. Then on October 3rd, the unthinkable happened. Hasbro's legal team issued a cease and desist claiming Playmates didn't have the authority to make the deal with Ninja Kids. We were later told that the project looked too professional. It could interfere with Hasbro's future plans. That was devastating. This was never meant to compete with an official reboot. Some of you later saw the teaser after it got leaked on October 17th. Concerns were raised by a few people about AI visual effects. What you saw was never meant to be final. We were under tight deadlines to submit a rough cut. And like many people, many productions today, our editors and FX artists use a mix of traditional technology techniques and newer AI assistant tools to explore ideas quickly. We were generally excited seeing characters like Goldar, Finster come to life in new ways, things that would have been incredibly expensive or time consuming to do at the stage using only traditional methods. Most of the generative AI effects were simply placeholders, always intended to be replaced once we had clear creative directions and improvements approvals. One example was the AI news anchor in the teaser, which was standing standing in for a cameo role we had already cast Jason Faught to play. We were also working on additional legacy cameos to pay homage to the Power Rangers legacy and fandom. So, with that said, it says on top, like it said right here, they are doing everything they can to get this released. And they explain what happened and why it hasn't been released. For right now, it has been canceled. It has been shut down. There is no rhyme or reason if it will be released, because right now this is just saying that, they're just telling what happened and why, it hasn't been released. I think that's kind of the idea. This guy right here just said this. I cannot pronounce I'm sorry, I want to mess up your name. Did you notice that the bad guy from VR Troopers becomes Lord Zed in the Ninja Kids Power Ranger show? I mean, that was it. Yeah, I think they took that homage from VR Troopers into this. I don't know if that's who that's going to be. I know it's supposed to turn into Lord Zed and everything, but like I said, guys, unfortunately, right now, this has been shut down. There hasn't been any word on whether it's going to be released. I hope it does. I want to see it happen. It does have very good potential to be something really good. For it just being a YouTube four episode series. But then also I saw many months later, many days later, on the 4th of this month, the Legacy of Nord exclusives, the Ninja Kids have had positive talks with Hasbro and Playmates about the Power Rangers web series. Okay, so I'm going to go to Ryan. Ryan, doesn't this seem a little confusing?
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, an exclusive that he had with the guy and, coming out and saying that Ninja Kids has been canceled, Ninja Kids Power Rangers has been canceled, and then many days later of this year, this comes up. Now, I'm not trying to put down the Legacy of Nerd. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm not trying to put down what information he gets. It is very confusing because, at first
I just say if they have positive talks with Hasbro and Playmates, and I guess that's good news compared to no
what
news
we were
or
just
bad news.
yeah, well, what we were just discussing. Rick,
Yeah.
what do you think of this?
Well,
I mean, this is go ahead.
The thing is, it may have been canceled, but that doesn't mean that the people behind it haven't stopped pushing for it. They had to cancel it because of the cease and desist. However, if they can get Hasbro on board, it can come back from cancellation.
Exactly.
There's been shows that did that. Power Rangers, for example, has come back from cancellation how many times?
Well,
and of
because
course you got Family Guy.
Yeah.
That's been canceled several times.
Exactly. And the thing is, it's like, look,
so just because it was canceled at one point doesn't mean that they can't still be trying to get it.
Exactly. And the fact is, the way I see it, this is just my thought. Whether if they're going to release it as 4 episodes, at this point, they should just release all 4 episodes as a fan film. That should be, you know what I mean? They should just do it that way. That way you're not, we're having to wait for the next episode or something like that. That's my opinion. I'm not saying
As
that
long as they get the approval.
Exactly. And the designs of these suits look awesome. And yeah, the AI he explained why. Because they were on a deadline and they were trying to do something to give an idea to them what they want to show. But like I said, it got leaked.
It would not surprise me if the new Power Rangers series on Disney Plus uses some AI as well. So,
and with that, and the funny thing is saying too professional. That's the word that kind of really is weird. Too professional. I don't know if that's what Hasbro said to them. That's probably how Shane took it. I don't know.
That's how I would look at it if that was the case. Is then they didn't come out and physically actually say it, but the way it probably came off was like they were basically saying it was too professional.
Yeah, it's very odd though. If you think about it, it's like, wait, so if it's too professional, and you guys are working on this reboot, and this guy said there was no ever plans to try to, compete with the new reboot.
Well, if it looks too good, if they feel it looks too good, then your series needs to look fucking better than that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So let me say something real quick.
I wonder how bad the Disney Plus series is currently looking.
Yeah.
So let me state something about this, okay? We're probably still going to get Power Rangers Ninja Kids before Legend of the White Dragon. All right. So I've mentioned this many times.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody is given a lot of. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to get on you about this. There have been a lot of comments towards Aaron and Bat and the Sun about this. Ryan and I we were talking about this yesterday. Right, Ryan?
I think so.
Yeah. So, as you know, when I was discussing with Aaron on the interview, and he's mentioned this in many different lives and all that stuff. This is not a part of the topic or anything like that, but I just wanted to state this, okay? When they were originally going to release it, they still had work to do on the movie. Jason filmed most of his scenes, but due to his passing, that set everything back. And he was hoping to get it released in 2024. But they still want to pay really good, something that Jason would have loved to see. And I understand the frustration. I understand, people wanting to see this movie. I want to see the movie. I was one of the backers. I'm not going to bash Aaron because he's done some really good work. And, for people that are really, I never wanted to bring this up, but this, since that was brought in here, people saying boycott, the Kickstarter for Superpower Beatdown. If you guys don't know, originally they were sponsored by Machinima, thank you. Which they had, that's how they were able to do the Superpower Beatdowns because they had a sponsor. Due to the fact is, Machinima went bankrupt. They went out of business. They were done. There was nothing they could do about it. So that's why, Bat and the Sun is doing what they're doing. So, guys, if you still want to see Legend of the White Dragon, just see it when it comes out. If you don't, fine. Just move on.
Question is, which one will we get first? The Ninja Kids, Legend of the White Dragon, or what is that? Grand Theft Auto 6?
I just think that a lot of people need to, it's like, and here's another example. This has nothing to do with Power Rangers, but this is kind of another example. And Ryan and I were talking about this too. That movie with Peter Dinklage, The Toxic Avenger. That was released at a little festival in 2023. Originally, there was nobody attached to picking that movie up. It took them 2 years to get that movie released. So, Bat in the Sun has distributors trying to look out for rights, and they've been having meetings. So for right now, guys, I will share information that I see from Bat in the Sun once they actually have a set date and all that stuff. So, guys, everything, like for instance, for Ninja Kids Power Rangers, we will be sharing stuff on that whenever we get more information. This is very confusing. We'll find out what happens. Right now, it's shut down, but so guys, I'm gonna try to not bring anything up about Legend of the White Dragon because it doesn't matter what I say or what Aaron says, people are still gonna have their thoughts about it. So, but anyway, we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is Power Rangers Legacy Wars. So I'm gonna go to Rick. Rick, who is this?
Oh God, it's
I can give you a hint.
Yeah, it's already on overdrive.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember who had that weapon. Oh God. Is it? No, it's not. Is it black or yellow? No, yellow.
Excuse me.
It's not like I'm not pointing to something right now, giving you a bigger hint.
You're trying to say it's red.
All right,
I thought red
Ryan.
was already in the game.
Ryan.
Red. Operation Overdrive Red.
Yeah. Yep. Overdrive. Operation Overdrive Red. Yep. And
I was already on overdrive because of the weapon.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember which one had that. I knew it wasn't Mercury Ranger. So I could have sworn red was already in the game.
Right. I get that.
I mean, it's easy not to know.
Yeah, it happens. So let's take a look at this. Was a character was announced in December of last year during Christmas time. So. So, yep, that's right. The Red Overdrive Ranger, Mac Hartford, has been added to the Ranger roster in the game. So, guys, if you want to play that character, he's on Legacy Wars right now. And now we got another Ranger to be added to the roster. And let's try to see if you guys can guess this one. Rick?
Hold on. It's an RPM Ranger. Well, go with the round. So I'm trying to remember which.
Do you want another hint? Oh, wait, let me go to Ryan. Ryan, what do you think this is?
Was it light speed green?
Rick, going back to you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Lightspeed did have the round saber stick from their blaster. It could be.
Yep. Lightspeed Green, guys. He's going to be added to the roster. Let's go ahead and take a look at his, some of his fighting techniques in the game. Holy shit, that guy was giving Viper a freaking beat down. So yep, Green Lightspeed Ranger Joel Rawlings is the Sky Cowboy himself is part of the Ranger character roster on Power Rangers Legacy Wars. Guys, I'm so glad that Legacy Wars was around and still adding more and more Rangers to the roster. Rick, very quick, why don't you go ahead and give your little thoughts on this?
I mean, it's cool that they keep it going. I'm not playing it or anything, so, you know. But, I mean, they're keeping it up. They still have decent animation, so good for them.
Yep. Ryan?
I have to agree with Rick.
Yeah.
I don't play it either, but I mean, to even keep it going as long as they are, I mean, cool.
Yeah, I don't play it either. I haven't played it in a long time. I still have it on my phone though. Yeah, so guys, if you're interested in playing the game, you want to know information on where you can download this, the information is in the direct link in the description. So yeah, next up, guys, if you remember last month, we were discussing Toy Battalion's release of the Green Ranger design from the 1995 movie. Like if the Green Ranger was in that movie, that would have been awesome. They just released a new design, and that is the red armored Red Ranger with the Dragon Shield, the movie edition. And I gotta say, I love this design. It looks awesome. I like the Power Sword has a new look to it. I like that how they. Yep, they included something called Now, you think it's a dragon dagger. It looks like it's the same design of the dragon dagger, but it's a T-Rex dagger because it has the T-Rex going on it too. And so does the shield. And I like how they have the green candle in there. And you might notice some of the accessories that comes with this. You've got the Red Ranger's device on his helmet, the power scope, and then you've got Yellow Ranger's power beam. And then you've got, and then they have right here the Stega Stinger, which that's the only way you'll be able to get that weapon for the Blue Ranger. There was one little helmet device that was not used in the movie, but it was originally supposed to be in the movie, but was scrapped due to, the footage that they were going to use it for. Because originally they had to go back and reshoot it to use the Oozmen in there. But they did, if you did capture a good glimpse of this device during that movie, it was, let me zoom in a little bit more. You can get a good look at it. This is the best I can do, guys. The Black Ranger's helmet right there. Right over here. That was some type of sonar device that the Black Ranger was going to use. So he was going to have something in the movie. I think the Black Ranger got gypped a lot.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Frog. I mean, here's a better look of them with the actual helmets on the figures. So, yeah. I mean, you can catch that scene where you see the Black Ranger with that helmet device on there. Because originally, like I said, in the movie, originally they were not going to be fighting like these foot soldiers that Ivan Ooze created. Ivan originally used these rats, these 3 rats at the construction site and turned them into monsters. And those, they didn't want to use it because they thought it looked really very...
It did not look movie budget.
Exactly. It looked more like what it would be for the show. So they ended up using those rats for the episode for the 2-part, I think it was 2-part or 3-part.
It was 3 for wasn't it Return of Green Ranger? No.
Yes.
Yeah. Because Tommy and Tom had to team up at the end, take them out.
And turn them back to normal. I did think, that would have been cool. They still should have kept that in there. They could have still kept that in there. I don't know. But I digress. Let me go to Rick on this. Don't you think they could have kept that in the movie? Even though they
I will tell you right now, a lot of the stuff in that movie, looking back, looks kind of low budget. So, Goldar's cousin or whatever that pig was. Yeah.
He never explained more.
I'm sorry. He kind of looks a bit low budget.
He was in replacement of Squad Babu, basically.
Yes.
That's what Goldar was too, in that, which was very odd to me, but to his own. But yeah, I don't know. Do you think they should have kept that in there? That would have been good. I'm not talking about the rats. I'm talking about the helmet.
The helmet, I don't see much difference based on what we can see in the image there.
Yeah, they'll probably get better.
I don't remember seeing it in the movie. I'll have to.
Yeah, you could catch it. You could catch it pretty. You have to catch it really quick. It does show up in there. It's just that it's very, very subtle. You don't really see it. It's just like the glimpse. And then so
I'll go back and look. But
Ryan, what about you, man? Did you think they should have kept that in the movie?
I mean, they used every other gadget to try to find the Oozmen, so I don't see why they couldn't.
Yeah. Billy and Kimberly got weapons. Rocky Aisha got helmets, and Adam was supposed to have a helmet.
Yeah.
So the original group got weapons. The new group got helmets.
I mean, they could at least let Adam use the blaster. I mean, come on. That was just sitting right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pop, pop, right there. I use them. But I guess they didn't want to make it too easy.
Well, the sidearms there were literally just for decoration.
Yeah. But Jason Narvi is shown in an image. He's messing around with the power blast. They call them power blasters in the movie, and he's just messing around with it, and it does fold out into the blaster. But I don't know. But anyway, so this is available for pre-order on Tokullectibles, and the full payment is $125. The deposit you could do $65. Estimated schedule release is April of this year. So guys, if you want to get this, make sure to jump on it as quickly as possible because these have been very popular. It's a 1.5 12 scale, and it's a very good
which means they're about 6-inch.
Yeah, it's a very good collection for for people that love the movie, enjoyed everything about it. I do think a lot of people would enjoy this. It's good to see I think Tokullectibles and Toy Battalion teamed up to come up with this idea. So I do hope that they continue doing this. I would like to see more of this stuff. It looks awesome. So yeah. But with that said, guys, our last topic is for Ranger Stop and PopCon 2026. Guys, we have our first guests. I said guests, not guest. Guests announcements in one post. First guest announcements. We've got Steve Cardenas, Rocky DeSantos, the second Red Ranger, Karen Ashley, Aisha Campbell, the second Yellow Mighty Morphin Ranger, Kerrigan Mahan, Goldar himself, Nakia Baris, the Zero Ranger 2 Yellow, and the first Yellow Turbo Ranger. And then you've got Young Tom himself, Michael Gatto. These 5 will be at Ranger Stop and PopCon May 15th through the 17th of this year. And if you guys want to get your passes, your hotel, the information is in the description below. We have the link right there. So guys, go there to get your tickets. And don't miss out on going to Ranger Stop and PopCon because guys, the new owner, the guy brought it back. The new owner made it happen. So this is awesome. PMC is this year too. So we have that, we've seen that there are going to be guest announcements coming soon. So we will be talking about those once they come available. And so, yeah. And also if you guys haven't got your passes for Power Morphicon, the link is in the direct links is in the description below. So yeah, Rick, what do you think, man? The first 5 guest announcements.
Let me see that. I'm on something else. Oh, not bad.
Yeah. Ryan, what about you?
Get your tickets if you all want to go.
Yeah, and I got to say, this is pretty cool. And I do like how they're doing this, that they're doing guest announcements like this. So I'm guessing that's how they're going to do it. The new owner is going to do it this way instead of just doing them individually. So, but it's only just wait and see. So with that said, this ends our season premiere of LR4 Season 14, Episode 231. This is our first episode of Season 14. So, yeah, guys, we're back. And we're going to be, once we see the first, even during the Super Sentai Zone, the plan is to continue talking about Gojuger, finishing off those episodes. And then we'll continue in Project Red doing episode rates for that. Even if we're still talking about Gojuger, we'll still continue talking about that too everything. And the Super Sentai Zone is still going to be around when they have some new merchandise coming out. Because there's always going to be something, either memorial editions, that all that fun stuff. So guys, just keep an eye out for that. So Rick, if you want to go ahead and say your spiel, go right ahead.
Again, support your local comic book shops, support your local small businesses, and be safe.
Ryan?
Just take care of yourself out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, go ahead and mute your mics. I'm going to do the outro, and then we can get out of here. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this. And yeah, for that one person that's heard my rant, listen, it's nothing against you. It's just I've been seeing a lot of posts about it, boycotting and all that stuff. It's like I'm just getting. It's like I had to say. I just wanted to get it out there off my chest. So it's nothing about you. It has nothing to do with you. It's just But anyway, guys, we will have an episode in February for episode 232. I will show you the thumbnail for that, the image for that at the end of this episode. And guys, I'm looking forward to continuing on. It's good to be back. I know we didn't really go anywhere. Like Rick and Ryan said, I want to make sure to do things like right away. So at least it's fresh-ish when it comes to discussing these topics. So anyway, guys, make sure you guys like and follow our Facebook page. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, stay more phenomenal. And as Zordon always says, may the power protect you. And remember, once a Ranger, always a Ranger. And it's Morphin time. Legends never die. Have a good night, everybody. Later, guys.
See ya.
Have fun.
So let's all mute our mics. We're going to show the image, and then we're going to do this.